Hey, what's up? It's Matt Brown Day. Thank you for watching. Today, I want to talk about learning to code at 40 years old. And, well, one of the reasons why is because, well, that's me. I'm 40 years old and I'm learning to code. But when you usually find these type of videos on YouTube, they're going to be typically of someone that's already an established computer programmer. There could be someone that already works at Google, or they used to work at Google, or they're self-employed and or whatever. They're usually an expert and someone that knows what they're talking about, and that's good because when I've seen these videos of learning to code at 40, the YouTubers that I've seen, at least, they say no, it's not too late. It's not too late to learn to code and start at 40 years old. And so that gives me some encouraging news, and that's part of this journey now. I'm going to start learning to code. I haven't gotten a job or anything, but I'm hoping one day I can be an example for anyone out there that might be watching this, that might be some concerns as maybe 40 too late to get in the game. And so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be like, well, hey, look, I'm 40 years old. I'm definitely no expert on coding. I might have some practice. I've learned some stuff like through websites, learning websites like W3 Schools. What was the other one? Free Code Camp. And neither one, I didn't go far enough to even get a certificate or anything. So I'm just laying down my credibility when I say that I am learning to code, that I'm not that advanced at all. So, I mean, if you pretty much studied hardcore for like a year of coding, you're probably on the same level as I am. So, because even if I started practicing for like 2 or 3 months on something, then I would get sidetracked for 2 or 3 months or half a year, and then I get back to it. So even if I was about 34, 35, when I really kind of, maybe learning a little bit about coding, I never went deep enough to where I can just confidently say, oh yeah, I got this all figured out. So, but now, recently, I've really committed to it, and I've actually going to school starting tomorrow, and I'm going to a local community college. And the only reason why I'm even doing that is because, well, I'm also a veteran, so I get the school paid for. I also get money to go to school. So during these tough times, you got to have as many sources of income as possible, and going to school is kind of a source of income for me. So, but also in these videos, or not just the videos, but some will say, do I need to go to college to be a coder? A lot of them say, no, you don't. So just because I say I'm going to college to do it, I wouldn't suggest for anyone that would have to, unless you have a way to pay for it, or you have someone paying for it, or someone's going to give you some money to go to school, like me being a veteran. So unless you have a way where you're not going to be putting yourself into debt, then don't go to college for IT, because I've heard from people, especially the YouTubers that I've looked up to, or at least try to learn from, they say no, it's not necessary. If anything, they try to tell you not to, mostly because just the debt that you would put yourself in. So like I said, I'm only doing it because I have the luxury of having school paid for and getting paid for to do it. If I didn't, I would not be going to college. I would be putting my name out there right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put my name out there anyways. I wanted to at least get some stuff taken care of before I put my name out there. But even now that I am going to school, I'm still going to put my name out there. Because I used to think, well, I'm going to wait until I get my an associate's degree and I do some more practice. I have some kind of some project that I can tell the interviewer, like, hey, check this out, kind of thing. Well, all that would be great, don't get me wrong, but who knows how long it's going to take to even get an interview or even an opportunity. So I'm just thinking, why wait? I'm just going to do it now. Who knows if it takes a long time, and if it does, well, then now is the time for me to start looking. So even though I'm in college, and also in college, when I say I'm in college, except for one, all my classes are online. Everything else is online, and I got one class that's going to be on campus, and it's like starting at 6 o'clock, and it's only one day a week. So it's nothing that's going to or should prevent me from getting a job, like conflicting my school hours or what kind of working hours it would be. So my working hours are still wide open, even though I'm in school. So soon as I can, I'm going to put my name out there and just see what happens. And I'm making this video to help maybe reach out to someone that's kind of in a similar situation that I'm in, that you are my age and you've done a lot of different jobs like me. I've had all kinds of jobs, from customer service to retail, construction, warehouse. I've worked as a machinist, and I mean, I couldn't name every job I've had. Some jobs were bad, some, they paid well, but nothing really just took off. And I feel like computers is something I've always had some genuine interest in. And I don't necessarily mean that, well, I guess like I was trying to say is computers is basically a part of our lives. It's part of our lives in every day everything that we do. And I can't tell you how many times when I'm having computer issues, and I'm just thinking like, man, I wish I can fix this myself instead of having to be relying on someone or pay someone to do it for me. Yeah, so I'm thinking, why not just learn more about computers, because it's just better. It'd be like learning about cars, or I'm also learning gardening stuff, learning to grow my own food. And so to me, computers is just like a practical skill to learn. Yeah, you could use it to make money, to go get a good paying job, and you can also use it to take care of some things at the house. So so there's a lot of good reasons on why, and a lot of exciting reasons why I'm looking into learning about coding and as much as I can about computers. And so I just wanted to at least put this out there, and maybe anyone that wants to join this journey with me that's in the same situation that I'm in, and maybe this video I put this video out there, and maybe a year or 2 or 5 years from now, I could look back on this video and say, yeah, well, I'm an example for anyone out there that, yeah, if you're 40 years old, it's not too late. And hopefully I can just maybe be an example for others to willing to, I don't know, I'm blabbing now, just finding new ways that they're stuck in their job, or maybe they're like, they don't think they're smart enough to, like, oh, I'm not some, child prodigy, I can't do that. So that's not me. So trust me when I say that if there's a good ending to this computer coding journey that I'm getting ready to start on, if there's a good ending here, then that I am a prime example. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's do this. I'm gonna go for it. And like I said, I'm starting school Monday. I'm doing some classes just for practice, and but also I'm gonna go ahead and put my name out there, put some job applications, and just see what happens. And all they can say is no. And if somebody does give me an opportunity, and just take it as a learning experience, and see what happens. So that's it. I just want to make a video about that and put that out there. Like I said, there's already videos out there of learning to code at 40, but this one's a little bit different. I can't really speak from experience. Like, yeah, you can do it. It's easy, or not easy, but it's possible, and hopefully it is. I'm not saying these people are liars, but sometimes just we want to see it. What is it? Seeing is believing kind of thing. And like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So so that's all I got. And anyways, just thank you for watching. And if you like what you saw, and if you want to be a part of this journey, and come on and subscribe. And if this is a video that's been watched later down, then comment. You can comment down and be like, hey, how's the journey going? How's it working? And hopefully I can be like, hey, it's going great. So but anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. This is Matt Brown Day, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.